We've driven across Europe to take our mums to stay in a Polish castle for Christmas. We currently have Daria's mum, and now we have a 2-hour drive to pick up my mum from the airport. It is 8:09. We are probably 39 minutes
How
late.
many money need to...
Nothing.
Will the weather get any worse? Will there be any traffic on the motorway? Can I pick up my mum in time? Hold tight as we take you on our winter road trip. Our journey to the airport was swift, and I'd managed to get there only 20 minutes late. Unfortunately, the sat-nav chose the wrong airport, and we sat outside this building for another 30 minutes, when we should have been here. The sat-nav gets a strike against its name because it took us to the airport, a programmed airport in, and we're not actually at the airport.
Lotniczy, prosto. I parking prosto.
That looks more like
This
an
looks
airport.
like an airport. So we finally got here, and we're only 85 minutes late. Not bad.
Nie możemy byle gdzie. Tu możemy be Simon on the right.
No, Simon is already parking.
But it is...
Don't worry, Simon is parking.
And thanks to Daria's mum's parking skills, she managed to park the car flawlessly, first try.
Right. Now,
May I go out?
wait.
Yes, you may.
Yes.
And without hesitation, she was off. And 10 seconds later, she'd found my abandoned mum.
Well, I wouldn't move because this is where we came out from.
And Daria's mum spotted something else.
Exactly where we're going.
Is it? Oh, it is.
50 minut. 80 kilometry.
Oh, is it?
50 minutes.
Take the photo.
Książ Castle in Wałbrzych.
Oh, well spotted, Mummy.
It was true, this was a scale model of the actual castle we were going to stay in this Christmas. It's like my drone shot. And with that, we all jumped into the car and headed through Poland's countryside, avoiding potholes and gaps in the tarmac. But even the Land Rover's recently fixed air suspension was no match for Poland's road surfacing. And before long we reached the driveway to the castle, and our bones could take a rest on the comparatively smoothed cobbled street.
It's a very famous...
jousting or something.
But it's a horse stables out here. It's all for horses. So you see, we have to fight here all around.
I see that too.
On the left was the point of view.
Yes.
But before we were allowed entry, we had to get past the castle guard. But the password was in Polish.
Dzień dobry.
Dzień dobry.
Mamy rezerwację na 4 dni w hotelu.
Pakiet świąteczny.
Tak jest. I nawet jeszcze jeden dzień dłużej.
He seems happy.
Yeah.
What's that? Why is he happy?
Because we are staying here. Yeah.
Because I think that he will want money.
Well, that's why he's happy.
Dziękuję.
Okay, thank you very much.
You go to the end of the road.
Yep.
He opened it for us now because
Oh,
you can't get there.
exclusive.
Yes, look at this.
It is like a Disney movie, except they don't have to wait as long.
We
Disney.
know it.
They just
Okay,
walk in.
wow. Yes.
Oh, exclusive. Brilliant.
Whoa, look at these. You will have the pony will have a view. So here you park. Oh, that's a proper parking.
He's got a snowplow on the front of his car. Next to you, this one.
Okay,
Thanks, Anne.
it's good.
Hang on, let's get slowly down because we're Behold, Castle Książ.
Our fairy tale destination is better than I thought. Even without snow is great.
It's better than I thought too. So we left our luggage in the car and went to check in.
hello. No chodź do domu, no chodź. O, jaki piękny jest.
So now we've arrived at the hotel. This is it. Somewhat, one of these is it. I don't know which one we're staying in yet. But I think it's now time for a quick drone shot. I prepared one earlier. Here we go. Drone shot, go. I knew you'd like that, it's funny. And then we collected the keys from the reception and went to check out our rooms.
We share entrance door.
Right.
You can
We
meet up for
share
a tea.
this. We will meet here
Right.
and drink coffee and
I think that we have a view on the castle.
The horse and carriage.
There's this castle, yeah.
Oh, say, look at this. Oh, wow, look at the size of this.
It's the same. It's the same.
Exactly the same.
The same.
Reverse.
Reverse, yes.
So, our mums were happy. They had the best rooms in the hotel, with a view of the castle and all the illuminations, including the horse-drawn carriage.
It's freezing cold. It's time to get a Polish traditional drink, which is mulled beer with all nice spices and some nice cordial, like a ginger. Ginger cordial.
As guests of the hotel, we were free to roam the grounds of the castle. And luckily, there were numerous restaurants and bars on site.
The old Książ castle ruins.
A few mulled beers later, and it was dark,
Yes.
which meant it was time to visit the Midnight Winter Garden. More.
Charming evening. Charming evening. Charming evening.
So I guess that means it was a hit. The following morning, the sun came out. So we all headed inside for a tour of the castle. At the end of the tour, we all got to touch the magic rock the castle was built on. So if you touch the rock, this is the rock that the castle's on. If you touch it with your right hand, it's long life and success. People have just been touching it, but I stood here for like a minute to charge up, to fully charge, because I need a lot of it. And eventually, it fully charged.
I need it so. Can I be greedy? Okay. Okay, something charged, but not as good as you. Doesn't want to do it.
We have patience. 10 minutes later.
I want to be wealthy and healthy. Or healthy and wealthy can be too. Healthy and moderately wealthy. Doesn't want to keep me. Suddenly you. Doesn't work.
Proszę Państwa, jesteśmy na pierwszym piętrze. Widzicie, że tutaj ze ściany staje skała.
When darkness fell, it was time to get ready, because tonight was Christmas Eve, and tonight is the night Polish people celebrate their Christmas. It is Christmas Eve and we are in a castle. We're about to go for our Christmas dinner. Daria is dressed up really nicely. I did my best. And of course, we were a little bit late, but it didn't look like we were missing anything. Okay, thank you. Thanks. Put the presents under the tree.
Tak,
At the front, because you don't want to be the first.
Yeah.
But before the presents, first we had the 12-course Christmas banquet. The Polish Christmas tradition doesn't involve any meat. When I asked why, they told me it was because Jesus was watching and we didn't want to upset him. But then later I was told Jesus wasn't born until midnight, so I was a little confused and just kept quiet and ate my fish cake. But then the party really kicked off, because Santa Claus arrived. So, here's what we're doing. We are waiting for Santa Claus to call out our names so we can have a present. But Daria's missed hers. Daria's mum has missed hers too.
No presents, empty hands.
Zapraszam Darię do bal. Wszystkim gotowi? Ale pani nie była takie małe. Ja też takie małe.
And that was that. Christmas. Done. Next day is Christmas Day, and the celebrations are over. Nothing left to do but wander around the castle's estate. One thing that is popular on Christmas Day in Poland is to visit the dead. Today was no exception, as we were invited into the crypt to see the dead that once belonged to the castle. Everyone would be talking about it for the rest of the day, as well as how many steps there were to climb out of the crypt. Once we'd finished the crypt, we were back underground for the Nazi tunnels. We're underneath Castle Książ castle, where the Nazis took over. And nobody knows what they were doing down here. Some suspect they were making nuclear weapons. Some suspect this is where they hid the golden train. But nobody knows. Here's what I believe. If there is anything hidden in this mountain, anybody that was actually desperate to find it would have found it by now. How big is a mountain? It's like as big as a shopping centre. People could empty a shopping centre in like an afternoon, yeah, when they've got money to spend. Why can't they just walk around the tunnels and have a look? Easy. If somebody said that in here there was a golden train, but we don't know where it is, I'd find it. So the good thing about myths and legends, especially about golden Nazi trains, is it doesn't actually matter whether there was a golden Nazi train or not. The gold is here, the tourists. You see, so they're making the gold whether the train exists or not. The myth will perpetuate forever and make money forever.
now gold.
Still got. Exactly. All of this walking around underground was thirsty work. So once we were topside, Daria pulled out her secret supply.
It's a raspberry liqueur, which is quite strong liqueur. I suspect it's about 45%, and it's made of the home berries and spirit and vodka.
Our next stop was a swift walk down to Daisy's solarium, a viewpoint of the castle where we would stop and drink a nice cup of tea. I don't think our mums are impressed.
Yeah, impressed. Really impressed.
Well, when people ask me, how did you spend Christmas Day? Round a kettle in the middle of nowhere, warming waiting for a cup of tea. Those
Warm
idiots sitting
bedroom.
out, standing out in the cold, waiting for... Oh, look, steam coming.
Sure enough, the kettle was boiling, and everybody got a nice hot cup of tea. It's Christmas Day, and I'm feeding the homeless.
And we are homeless now.
Yeah.
I choose.
It's not very often that you get to drink a cup of tea in the wilderness on Christmas Day.
In Diana's bathing spot.
Diana?
Yeah,
Daisy.
Diana.
Daisy.
Daisy's
Daisy.
sunbathing.
Daisy's
Solarium.
topless sunbathing. Luckily, we made it back before it started raining. That evening, we were invited into the castle once again. This time, for a torch-lit ghost hunt. It was good fun for a while, seeing the castle in the darkness and the actors and actresses that were playing ghosts.
I'm a little bit scared.
But after walking around for an hour and a half with a torch, it felt like we were burgling the place.
With pearls. That's where it is.
Nice. And so, another year has passed, and I have survived another family Christmas. This year, there was no overeating, there was no washing the pots, and no sitting in front of the movies with a glass of Baileys. A perfect Christmas.
It's Christmas, and we are in castle called Książ. And we're supposed to have a great fun, drinking and making a lot of friends, and there is no weather. We're sitting outside before the Christmas tree, which is weighing on the floor, and drinking cold beer by ourselves. Merry Christmas.
It's true. We're the only people that have been drinking in this bar every night. Every single night we've been here. We've had to get the woman to unlock the door, and Daria's had to beg in Polish, "Please, can we have a beer?" "Yes, you may have a beer." And then she turns the lights on and serves us a beer. There we go.
I like the most that it feels exclusive. It's like you have a castle to yourself. You have this all castled grounds to yourself. During the summer, you have thousands of visitors from all over the world coming to see it because it's the third biggest castle in Poland. And here now, we're alone and we can walk around and nobody's stopping us, and we can touch everything, lick the walls. It feels like it's hours for a short time. This is what I like the most.
Come back next time where it's business as usual and you can tell me what tools I'm missing.
I hate it. Oh, my life is so... makes me... I can't... 20 litres of BP Ultimate Diesel.